everybody, myself is Surjit Akre. I am the first Indian artist who has achieved a postgraduate degree in easel painting from the Academy of Fine Arts, Repin Institute of Painting, Sculpture and Architecture in St. Petersburg, Russia. I am also the founder president of Lyrics Art Club, affiliated to Russian Center of Science and Culture, New Delhi. I have an experience of 40 years as a professional artist. First of all, you have to draw the basic composition. I generally like to draw with small flat brush, then I use sketch pen to draw outline of the form. Look for the main lines in your chosen subject and make some quick light stroke on your paper. Do this with surety and confidence even if you don't feel those sensations. Make sure the initial lines are very light, and once you are sure they are correct, you can go over them with more confidence later. When you first begin drawing, move quickly. You shouldn't worry about making mistakes. You need to get something on the paper before you can start making adjustments. Learn to sketch by regularly drawing quick anatomy sketches. It will help you maintain your sense of proportion by expressing the energy of a movement in time. Consider the whole picture surface, not just the subject you are planning. Look at this picture. I have made the rough sketch with flat brush. Now I will use marker to make the contour of the form. Contour drawing is an artistic technique used in the field of art in which the artist sketches the contour of a subject by drawing lines that result in a drawing that is essentially an outline. The French word contour meaning outline. Contour drawing is arguably the purest form of drawing. Nothing but pure line. Most of us begin contour drawing instinctively, simply by picking a point on the edge of the figure and copying onto our paper, hand following eye. This can yield a beautiful drawing. This line is called arabesque by Academy artists, but without proper training it can be difficult to achieve good results. A common problem with pure contour drawing is that as the tempo of drawing changes and as we focus in on one small area at a time, the proportion of the figure becomes lost. Gradually, errors compound and the figure becomes distorted. We need to learn to preserve the proportions of the figure. The best way to do this is to learn to draw the structure of the figure first. Markers are simple to use, require little preparation time and dry quickly. Here I will use a flat wash technique to fill the colors. A flat wash produces a smooth, even layer of color. When laying a flat wash in acrylic, it helps to dilute the paint with some water or better with some matte medium. This makes the paint flow smoother and gives even coverage. Now I will cover the whole canvas with one color. Mix Persian blue and cerulean blue hue in the palette, or you can use small cap. Make thin mixture and apply with chrome fan brush. To create a nice smooth wash, use soft bristle brushes and work each stroke in one direction only, rather than scrubbing back and forth. Let it dry. Now take white and mix it in the palette. Apply with fine pointed brush on the forehead and on the face. You have to keep in mind the direction of the light. Like here, the light is coming from left side. As here, the light is coming from the left, so the contrast will be at the left side. The right side corner will be smooth. So I will put the light on the face, upper head and left side. Great care should be taken to ensure that the nose having projected outward from the plane of the face. This is our focal point and I want to focus on this point. Apply this thick layer of white again and again on the forehead. Make the contour at the left side with white. Put some light at the upper part of the mouth. Draw the neck. Necks are thicker than you imagine. Draw two lines coming down from roughly where the bottom horizontal line meets the edges of the face. Always keep in mind the direction of the neck will be opposite to the face. Now apply at the right side of the neck. It will give the dimension. Put the light on the upper part of the ear. Make the contour sharp. Now put the light at the bottom part of the figure. Add sharp edges to the elements of the composition that you wish to emphasize and soften the edges of those you wish to emphasize. create shading, you must have a patience. Now put the shade in arm. Shading is technique used in art to represent light and shade by varying the color and intensity of the medium being used. Leave the very brightest part of your drawing white. Here we are applying dark blue shade at the right side near the horizontal line. Use the direction of the brush in different ways to make the texture. Over the centuries, many artists have chosen to let their strokes show rather than blending them out or covering them up. In this way, the strokes themselves, repeated over and over again, form a vibrant rhythm within the artwork. Apply dark blue patch at the foreground right side. The dark shade at the corner will give the depth to an area. Here I will use the hatching. The term hatching refers to the building up of tone and texture with parallel lines. Again I take dark blue and apply at the left side near the horizontal line. You develop your style as you go through your life as an artist. Who knows, maybe once you are established, maybe you can paint whatever you want. Stakia reason. Use hatching strokes. Hatching is the process of shading many parallel lines that are close together to create a shade. Again put the lines here. White and its association with light is used to represent peace, purity and goodness. Make the outline of the pigeon with white color and continue shading. Shading adds depth, contrast, character, and even movement to their painting by capturing the shadows and highlights of your object. Make the contrast near pigeon. Apply white in the cloth of the figure. Make the outline of the pigeon with white. Lighten gradually, each time laying a thin layer of shade. The contrast between light areas and dark areas should become more clear and distinct. Pay special attention to your main form and brightest area. Apply blue at the background near the pigeon to make the contrast. To create a nice smooth wash, use soft bristle brushes and work each stroke in one direction only, rather than scuffling back and forth. Make the tint of dark blue and apply thin color constantly left to right. It will give a contrast and will attract the views. Make the dark shade of cerulean blue by mixing black and paint at the background. This will focus eye to the center as it will give the contrast near the center than the rest. Apply in bold patches from left to right. I went through this period where I didn't know what to say or what to think. Part of the challenge is defining your work. Who are you? And that involves study. I know as if you didn't have enough already. However, you can learn a lot about yourself, your style, by studying the work of other artists and art in general. If I were you, I would look up Odilon Redon, William Blake, and the writing the artist Giorgio Morandi on the spiritual in art, Victor. Make sure you get the main shadows and reflection in the right places. Apply dark shade under the arm. Now some final touches are to be given. When your fan base or customer base is large enough or wealthy enough, you can paint more or less what you choose to because you will have created a demand. Tafeta. There are so many different styles I had liked to paint. I think that we should just paint whatever we want and choose the style that you are best at to sell. The idea can be overwhelming. If any one of my subjects sold better than another, I might at least be able to do some quick research, but it is not that simple. I think I'll just keep on doing what I am doing and see how it all works out on its own. Ruthie. At last, you have to see from the distance and add all the necessary details. The best way to develop a style is to do a lot of painting. Certain themes will occur over and over. Perhaps favorite color or shading will begin creeping into your work. Just like handwriting, unless you happen to be a robot, you will develop a style. Whatever you do, do not try to copy anyone else. To do so is a disservice to the artwork. Too much art tries to copy someone else. Life is too short not to be original. Eric. My friends and clients find it a little bit disturbing when I change styles. That's why I try to maintain one style consistently. The good thing about it is that the longer I explore my style, the better I seem to get at mastering its own intricacies and challenges. For example, how can I remain loosely impressionistic and at the same time render something recognizable, interesting, and appealing? This has forced me to look closely at the most essential elements and it always amazes me much there is to learn in this regard. Sometimes it feels like I am on a voyage because so many things have happened along the ways. Maybe that's why my style didn't start emerging until I had done almost 100 paintings. In my view, the only thing that will bring out your style is to keep on painting. At one point, your imagination and experience will merge into a style very much your own. Victor.